All right. All right. I think we're on. Summer evening, August 31st. Anchor swelled like a cloud burst. You hit me hard, this time the worst. I let out a hum and became the universe. You said I've had it, I'd misbehaved. You made your move, destruction you craved. Thought you'd send me to my grave, but I became an interstellar shockwave. They just can't contain me. Your blows no longer made me. Your words cannot constrain me. Supernova, 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 my supernova. Years ago I tried to resist, but my weapon didn't exist. My power needed a paradigm shift. I begged for mercy from the abyss. She said, daughter, it's okay to glow. The fire's just a dormant volcano. Close my eyes and just let go. Became a star from the shadows. Cages can't contain me. Your blows no longer made me. Your words cannot constrain me. I'm a supernova, 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 supernova. Thought I was small, just your paper doll. Tried to hide me, trick me, smother me, cover me. It was your downfall, was your downfall. They just can't contain me. Blows no longer made me. Your words cannot constrain me. I'm a supernova, 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 supernova. Hey, hey. Hi, welcome, welcome. Hey, Ed. Hey, John. John is back from Virginia, awesome. Hey, Andy, so good to see you from New Zealand. Yes, thank you, John, yeah. This is one of my favorite songs to play live. Hey, Vince, welcome. Hey, Martin. Hey, Justin. Hey, Zion. Hey, Saul. Hey, Brent. Hey, Vince. Welcome, welcome, everyone. It's so good to see you. I have a very special guest tonight. I'm excited. This is my brother, Alex Gilman. Some of you that have maybe been with me for a while have probably seen us play together before. We used to play live a lot in San Francisco until the pandemic. Hey, Nick, thank you so much. Thank you. But yeah, it's been a long time since we've played live, but I wanted to invite my favorite co-conspirator.
Yeah, have we ever done it acoustic before?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. So yeah,
that was the very first
really
time.
Well.
Yeah, very first time you've heard Supernova acoustic ever.
Yeah.
And this is your new guitar, right?
Yeah, I just got this Martin Parlor guitar, which I love, and yeah, it just resonates so nicely and fits perfectly with your voice. So it's really this is my introduction for the guitar too.
I love it. Well, I hope you guys like it. James, thank you. Yeah, he sounded amazing, right? So awesome. Yeah, it's such an amazing sounding guitar. I hope that it's coming through to all of you guys. But in this room, it absolutely rings so beautifully. Vince, awesome. Yeah, he said Martin guitars are some of the best. Yeah, totally. It's so true. Yeah, thank you. Thank you everyone for being here. Where are you all joining from? We've got Saul from Mexico, Justin from Florida, Virginia, Vince, Michigan, Martin, awesome. And of course, John is from Virginia as well. Oh, New Zealand, yes, Andy. Awesome. Thank you, Ed. Great to see you guys. So I wanted to play Supernova because that was a song that you guys requested. In fact, it was so incredibly popular the last time I asked you guys which song you wanted me to go behind the music about. So pretty much 80% of people said Supernova.
Really? It's a great one. I mean, it's one of your older songs, but it still really stands out. And it's one that we played together, I think, every time that we played together.
Totally.
And just really, I mean, I'm glad it came through so nicely with the acoustic version, but in the recorded version, the chorus always really kind of explodes like a supernova. So
exactly.
And the James Webb telescope just caught a supernova randomly.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Yeah, it's not that crazy of a picture because it's just like a bright white dot, but pretty special that just happened like last week. So
yeah, what I was saying on the last live stream, if you guys remember, the supernovas before they explode, they make a hum. So I thought that was really, really cool. Oh, I'm so glad, Vince, that you can actually hear it. That's great.
Nice.
Yay.
Thanks for sharing that, Vince.
That's so great. Maybe we'll bring in the guitar more. Oregon, awesome. Oh, Gemina, nice to see you on here. Mexico, awesome. And we've got, oh yes, awesome. Thank you, James. No BS. Definite winner. Yeah, I love that. Oklahoma City. I've never been there. Have you?
Oklahoma City. I feel like when I drove cross country, maybe I went through Oklahoma.
There's so many states in the US that I still haven't been to yet. But yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. It's really great to be with you. We do these live streams every 2 weeks and we go behind the music. So for this week, the second most popular song that people requested was Say It. And so I think it was like 15% or so of people wanted me to go behind that song. So I decided to just do that today and share a little bit of background with you guys, and then we'll actually perform it. Hi, Vince. Well, Alex plays multiple instruments. You want to tell Vince?
Oh, sure. Oh, is that
He said, how many instruments do you play?
Oh, cool. Yeah. So guitar has been my main instrument for a long time. Actually, we started with the same guitar teacher.
That's right.
So we both went to a charter school when we were younger in Massachusetts. And we both started off playing classical guitar. And that was like 8th grade for me, maybe 9th or 10th grade for you or something. And you went on to other instruments and especially singing. And I stuck with the guitar, did some jazz guitar, and now kind of do soundscape, ambient, post-rock, psychedelic kind of instrumental stuff. I have like a big pedal board with my electric guitar and do a lot of experimental stuff with that. And then recently got into the synthesizer and built a modular synth the last couple of years and have been really diving into that and having a lot of fun with that and doing a lot of recording. And that's where a lot of my music output right now is with my synthesizer. And I just acquired a really unique instrument that maybe at a future one I could do a little.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Just to put it out there, discovered and acquired this instrument called a fujara, which is a Slovakian harmonic flute. And it's like an upright bass flute, really unique, cool instrument, Fujara, worth checking out if you guys like. It's like a very interesting folk instrument that like Slovakian shepherds used. I could nerd out on it for a long time, but it's very cool and really fun. So those are the main instruments, but I'd say guitar remains kind of my central instrument. And getting this guitar kind of allowed me to reconnect with the acoustic guitar because I had kind of a crummy acoustic guitar for many years. And it just is really fun. So guitar really is at the heart of it for me.
Well, it shows because you're awesome at it. Awesome. Hey, Stephen, I've never been to Michigan. Have you?
Michigan, yes. Well, so I lived in Chicago for a year and then recently for a couple of months, and I think did go over to Michigan at some point. So yeah, not a lot, but more Illinois, Chicago. But yeah, the Great Lakes area is really special.
Yeah, I really want to go sometime. Maybe we'll go to tour there sometime.
Yeah.
Vince, yeah, that's definitely classical guitar. Trains one in guitar playing. Yes, it's so true. It was really hard. Alex picked it up pretty easily, and I didn't love it as much as the piano. I started with piano, and I did really love how beautiful it is and how kind of rigorous it is. So it definitely trains you musically, and that was a big foundation for me. Yeah, Vince, awesome. Yeah, we'll have to bring it on next time.
Yeah, definitely. It's a unique
That'd be
one.
great. Exactly.
It's got its own sound, so it's hard to like make it segue into other things, but maybe as like a strange outro or something.
I think we have to now because
Yeah.
everyone's going to want to see
Curious,
it.
yeah.
But yeah, this is really exciting. Thanks all for being here. If you have any questions, shoot us a note, but otherwise I'll start sharing with you a bit about my song, Say It. So this was the second most popular song that everyone voted on to actually go behind the music and share a bit more about it. So I'm just going to share my screen with you all. Hopefully you can see that. Let us know in the chat if you can't. But yeah, so this song actually means a lot to me. I wrote it in 2020, which feels like a really long time ago. But it was after someone that I cared about passed away, and I was reflecting about how hard that can be and the process of reflecting back on your relationship and thinking about the grief of losing that person, but also, you know, the regrets that come along with it, which can definitely come when you're missing someone and you're thinking about your time with them. So this particular person was an amazing, like shining star type of person, but they were also complicated. And sometimes yeah, as people are, exactly. So, you know, and a lot of times I would hold back that because I think I was afraid of hurting their feelings or kind of wanted to just protect them because I cared about them and it wasn't really the right moment. But there were a lot of things that I didn't say or I didn't share with this person. So the first verse starts with, "Queen of the sky, your crown was made of clouds. You got everyone high." So it's this person who is just really charismatic and attracts a lot of other people to love them and adore them, and they get everyone high. So really imagining this kind of person who brings people up, who inspires them, who makes them feel something, feel good. And then in the next line, really introducing some of the challenge. So the rain came, your face lost all of its grace, full of blame and shame. So we all have this part of ourselves that's when we're vulnerable, we may not be as charismatic or have that external kind of, not a facade, but that way that we present ourselves to others may not be what we are when we're really vulnerable or upset. So this particular person had kind of this double edge to them. So the chorus is really me reflecting, I never found the right words. I never found the right time. I never found the right words. And then it's say it. And I wanted it to be this like statement that's a powerful reminder so that when we hear the song, we're thinking, okay, say it. Because this is a reminder that I need constantly of like, speak the truth. Say what you need to say to people before it's too late. And so that's why the chorus is kind of a statement versus a reflection. And it really is kind of reflected in the way that we did the production, which has a lot of analog synths.
Oh, yeah.
Which is great. Piano, guitar, and drums. We're going to do an acoustic version of it, but I can also link to you guys later the original version so that you can take a listen to that as well.
Well, it's almost like the first part of the chorus or the pre-chorus is all the stories we tell ourselves that prevent us from saying it.
That's
and then
right.
Say it kind of cuts, it's like this knife that cuts through it, pushes us to do it anyways.
See, he knows more about my songs than I do. I love that. That's so great. Yeah, exactly. Because it's like, what are the right words? You know, how do we figure out like that can be really prevent us from speaking our truth, like you're saying, is like, well, I might not say it the right way, or I might do this, or I might do that, and it's all this like rumination.
Yeah.
And yeah, the say it really cuts through that. Exactly.
It reminds me of the Leonard Cohen line, "Forget your perfect offering, just sing the song that you can sing. There is a crack in everything. That's where the light gets through." It's like trying to find the perfect words or to find the perfect time. Is that ever going to arrive? You just kind of have to do the best you can and put it out there.
Beautiful. Yeah, exactly. And that's such a lesson in our lives, and also with music too, of like putting your expression out there. Like, when is it going to be good enough? When is it going to be enough? But you just have to go for it.
Yeah.
So it has multiple layers. Yeah. And then in the second verse, I didn't want to stay, your dark eyes about to cry. I couldn't turn away. So this person had a lot of pain inside of them, and I wanted to comfort them, but I think that also led me to not saying certain things because of that pain. So I thought a lot about what I would write to this person, like after we kind of went our separate ways, and I thought about writing them a letter, because sometimes that can be such a healing thing, but I never did. So instead I wrote this song, which I think to me was healing, because it was kind of what I wanted to say in a way, really exploring this person as a whole person, not just the way that they looked from the outside, but really their full humanness. And that's often what we're afraid to show, or we're afraid to say to another. So this song is really about embracing that vulnerability in a relationship and saying the truth of what you need to say. A lesson I am certainly still learning. So I'm just going to go back to the chat and see if you guys have any questions. Let's see. Oh, it keeps freezing. I'm sorry to hear that. Hey, Brian, welcome. It's so good to see you. Hey, James. Oh, Isidro. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I think maybe you voted for Say It, so I'm glad you're here and getting to see it. Thank you, James. Yeah, I think it is better than a letter. Music just has this way of exposing the truth, It's such a powerful way of speaking our truth, because it's not just the words, and it's not just the melody, it's the instruments, and it's all of these pieces.
It reminds me of that Buffy episode, the musical episode.
Oh, yes.
Where they get cursed and they can only sing but can't talk. And it's actually where all of these relationships move forward, because people are sharing things that they haven't shared or couldn't share directly, but through music, it somehow creates a container to share those more vulnerable and scary things.
It absolutely does. It's so true. Yeah. It's like we can put in music what we can't say in words. It's like the unspeakable.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so true.
Good question, Lulu. I love that you did add that. And I will note, if you know how to play the guitar and you watch me play it, I'm playing what looks like different chords, but it's because I tuned my guitar down a full step. So it's in G minor, but it looks like I'm playing A minor. But yeah, why did you include the chords into that?
Yeah, I guess I wanted to share a little bit more about the music with people, and in case, sometimes people ask me how to play this on the guitar, how to play it on the piano or whatever.
Yeah.
So just kind of sharing more background. I wish there were more than one page to share, because there's so much that goes behind a song. But
yeah, where do you share those? That like one pager? Is that just something you do for these?
Yeah, I only do it for these, but maybe it's something that I could share more with people. Maybe make a book out of them or something.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, so just another note about this cover art, because I should give a shout out to Candace Smith, who took this amazing photo in the woods. So it was a very beautiful place in the redwoods in Oakland, California. And it was very mysterious that day, and the leaves through the light were really coming through. So she captured this shot. And also it was recorded in my very first home studio. So during the pandemic, I had to set up everything in my house, which was kind of a blessing in disguise, because then I got a chance to set it all up like we have now. And
right
now we can just do everything from here. But I think I used to go to this amazing studio in San Francisco, which hopefully I'll go back to at some point, called Hyde Street Studios. But instead, this was a bedroom production. working with a producer, Arthur Pingree from New York. And it came out, I believe, when was that? Maybe June or something, July of 2020.
Yeah, because I think we performed this one. This was in our set, wasn't it?
It was in our virtual set for the South by Southwest.
Set. Yeah, totally. Okay.
For those of you that are new to me, right before the pandemic, we were about to go to South by Southwest, travel to Austin, play some music, but instead we did a virtual one. So.
Right, and we recorded it. It was like we were live talking about it afterwards, but we recorded a video of it.
Exactly.
Yeah, but we also I'm reminded of when we played at the, what was it, the chapel?
Oh yeah, the Lost Church.
The Lost Church, that's what it is.
That's such a cool venue.
That was really fun.
Yeah.
That was pre-pandemic.
I hope we'll come back to live.
Have you shared
music.
about your symbol above your name?
Not yet, no. But I'm about to redo the logo actually, so maybe I'll share the new one.
It'll be even better next time.
It'll be even better. So stay tuned for that.
That's just a preview.
Exactly. For those of you just tuning in, let's see. Oh, Michael, welcome. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that, Michael. Maybe I'll make the songbook. That's great. And John loves the idea of a book with the cover art, lyrics, and the sheet music. Yes, absolutely.
It is something we've lost, that art, with streaming. You know, and I've been getting back into records recently, and it's so fun to like put on a record, have the physical media there, and be able to look at the lyrics or the art and just experience the other kind of aesthetic things that have been put into the presentation of the album. And when you go the extra mile and make that special, it's really makes for a cool experience.
Yeah, there's something about picking up something physically that is really amazing, like you're saying, and it's that tactile connection. You can kind of ruminate and meditate on it a little bit more. So definitely. Vince, you went to school in San Francisco. That's so awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, San Francisco is a great city. I really love it. Hyde Street, yes. So Vince said Hyde Street was a local stomping ground back in the day. So this studio, Hyde Street Studios, that I record at before, the Grateful Dead, recorded there, Jefferson Airplane,
nice.
Jay-Z, Kanye West, more like modern acts, but definitely in the 60s, it was like this amazing musical.
I think I was talking to somebody about that spot. It was that spot or a different spot in San Francisco where the Grateful Dead played, and they were doing a cover album with the same equipment that they used.
Oh, wow.
Like the same mics and the same preamps and like all this old stuff from that studio.
Yeah.
To kind of like
it's
find
still
that
there.
sound. It's like the same stuff.
That's
so
amazing.
you can capture this like vintage vibe with all that equipment. So yeah, we definitely got to get back there.
Oh, we have to. Yeah. It's such an amazing place. I say that it's haunted with music.
Yeah. Good.
Because it has these vibes.
Totally.
Where you're like, I know these amazing people stayed there. Lulu, you miss reading through the album art on CDs. Yeah, totally. I do miss CDs and records. I made a CD recently, which some of you on here have. I know that. And I hope to make vinyls with my debut album. So I'm working on my debut album right now. I have some songs that I'm working on very much in the early stages. It's coming out next year, but I hope to do vinyl.
Yeah,
So
I'm
really
actually, my guitar playing is on vinyl for the first time with Ezra's record.
Oh, amazing.
So I played with Ezra Lipp, is a local artist who plays actually with a lot of the Grateful Dead guys, with Phil Lesh, and has a solo project. And I recently, during the pandemic, same thing, he created a home studio. We shared a music space for some time where I live over in Pengrove. And he invited me to play some guitar on some of his tracks, and that was just released.
So awesome.
So I have like some records with my own guitar playing on it. It's kind of cool to have that happen.
It's a good feeling, you know? It's like it's so ethereal when you're just creating music in this way, like for the cloud. But then when you actually have the physical, it feels like, yeah, I have something I created here.
And you really own it, you know, like streaming it, you know, with, I don't know, something goes down on Spotify or something, and people go off of Spotify. It's really satisfying to own the physical media and really feel like it's something. And I remember I had CDs growing up, like when people would make mix CDs where there was a skip in the song, and that became part of the song, like then when I hear the normal song, I'm like, oh, it sounds weird because it doesn't have that error or something in it. So records and CDs and tapes all kind of have those imperfections that make it yours, make it unique.
Totally.
So you can, when you make records, you can like put scratches in them so that people have their own unique
there you go. The new way to carve your name into a tree.
Exactly.
Well, yeah. Awesome, Isidro. Well, maybe I'll do vinyl. Let me know. Would you guys rather have vinyl or a CD or both? What do you think for the album? I'd love to hear it.
Yeah, I'm curious too.
Yeah.
Because vinyl has had a huge renaissance. Like, so much stuff is on vinyl now. It's fun when you can find something that's like only on vinyl or has a different version on vinyl. Those
like
are
a
some
limited edition type.
Yeah, limited edition, different colorway, or even like some of my favorite records. Maybe I'll try to convince you to do this, although it doesn't fit your style as much. But at the end of a record, you could do like a loop rather than run off. So you can have this little, just loops forever. And that's unique. You can't do that on streaming or on digital.
Maybe you can make that for me.
So that's pretty fun. But yeah, I see some people even have gotten back into cassette tape. I see some people like release stuff on cassette tape.
Let us know. Do you want cassette tape, vinyl, or CDs?
More sound. Yeah, there's endless debates about vinyl. So some people think that if because a lot of times if you record an album in a nice studio, it gets recorded right to tape, not cassette tape, but the thick reel-to-reel tape like the Beatles would record on or whatever. And if it's a high quality master tape and you put that right onto vinyl, it never gets like transferred to digital. And so it's like the pure kind of analog thing. And I have some records that are like analog tape, master tape, right to record, super high quality, like My Bloody Valentine record. I have that. And to me, it punches a little harder. Like it does sound pretty awesome, but there's debates about that. And I can't say, definitively one way or the other, but I think sometimes the vinyl does punch a little harder and sound really, really nice.
Yeah, Vince agrees. Vinyl captures that analog sound better than CDs captured digital. Yeah. James, yes, you would have to buy a record player, but worthwhile investment.
Definitely.
And Adam, welcome. I think you're new. Awesome. Thanks for being here. Thanks, everybody. Anyone want a cassette tape? That's the open question.
That I think nobody would argue. I think you get that for the lo-fi sound.
Yeah, right.
Which is like cool. You get a cassette tape and it gets a little warbly and that's like a vibe. But I can't say we could argue that it would be higher definition. Record, I think vinyl, you can kind of make that argument because it's uncompressed, but tape, it's a different thing. But yeah, anyone want tape?
Doesn't say.
No. 8-track, anyone?
Crickets. For those of you just tuning in now, this is my amazing brother who is so talented, Alex Gilman. He's an incredible guitarist and musician. James says no. And he actually has his own amazing music project too that is really profound and beautiful. And I'm going to put the link in here. Aletheia Music on Bandcamp. And I'd love for you guys to check it out. It's
very different sound from Tessa's music, but curious if anyone would be into it.
I know I have a lot of music fans of all different genres on here. So yeah, definitely check it out. He's amazing and super talented, and he comes and plays with me live and maybe more in live stream. So really fun.
The beginning of something great.
Exactly. Well, should we play Say It?
Yeah, let's say
awesome. So this is my song Say It.
Acoustic make sure version. I'm tuned up.
Yeah, tune it up. Jeremy, welcome. Isidro, yeah. I agree. Vinyl and CD, that makes sense. Yes. James, that's great. I haven't had a tape deck in many years.
That's the thing. I found this. I was at this store and there's this tape, a band. one band that I really like is this band Real Estate, and one of the members lives around here. And there's a tape of like some unreleased stuff, and I was like, oh, that's fun. And I'm like, I don't even have a tape player. Like I have this tape and I can't even play it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I played it once or twice in somebody's car that still somehow had a tape deck on it. But
cars don't even have CDs these days.
I know.
It's crazy. It's changed so much. What's going to be the next thing? Who knows? Vince, yeah, I play with Alex. We brought in a drummer a couple times. That was awesome.
That was so fun.
Yeah. I'm putting together an even larger band for when I go out on tour next year after the album. And I'm super excited for that because that'll be an even bigger production. All right.
Kind of a stickler for being perfectly in tune.
That's good. Isidro, yeah, eBay. You can get tape decks, record players,
That
anything.
you can get cheap.
Yeah.
A good record player, you have to throw a little bit into that, but you can get a tape player for like $5.
Yeah, exactly.
So tape is kind of a fun, very lo-fi, nostalgic kind of thing.
It's true. It's true.
I've thought about putting my music on tape because you can do it yourself, like easy.
Oh, really?
Well, you just like record it onto a tape.
We did in the old days, yeah.
All right, I think I'm good. All right. Can you do the other version with the? Yeah, there we go.
Queen of the sky, your crown was made of clouds. You got everyone high. Then the rain came. Your face lost all of its grace, full of blame and shame, full of blame and shame. Never found the right words, never found the right time, never found the right words, never found the right time. Say it, say it. Stay. Dark eyes, about to cry, I couldn't turn away. I thought I'd write, tell you everything no one would say, and make it right, and make it right. Never found the right words, never found the right time, never found the right words, never found the right time. Say it, say it. Say it, say it. These things in my head unsaid, I can't forget. I can't forget. Say it, say it. Say it, say it. Say it, say it. Thank you, thank you. That was my song, Say It. Isidro, I hope to come to North Carolina and really all the locations that you guys represent. Washington, awesome. Yes, I am going on tour next year
Yeah.
after my album comes out. And, oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Thanks, Lulu. Thanks, Isidro, Vince, Jeremy, James, John, everyone that's here. Thank you so, so much. We're going to head out for dinner right now, but we're so grateful for you guys being here. And hopefully you guys all got to check out Alex's music as well. And thank you for being here.
That was so fun. Well, I guess we did that kind of thing for South by Southwest. It was kind of a live stream, but I've never really done something like this. So I'm really honored to do it with you, and
me too.
So fun to be able to interact with people. This is really a cool setup, and looking forward to more of them in the future.
Yeah, thank you, Adam. Thank you, John. Thank you, Jeremy. I so appreciate you guys being here. I really love hanging out with, it feels like we're just hanging out, right?
Yeah, it feels really casual, and I feel a lot of ease with it, and it's fun to meet everyone.
Yeah, it's fun to meet you all.
Thanks for listening to us and spending your Thursday evening, or someone's in New Zealand, so I don't know what time of day it is. What time is it in New Zealand?
What time? Let us know. I know some people it's 9 o'clock.
Who's got the weirdest time? It's like 3 a.m. or something, or
yeah, exactly. Oh, Lulu, I'm glad to hear that the sound quality was nice.
Oh, good. Yeah,
that's good to know.
Because I think this was a little bit of a new setup. With you haven't done this mic for the live stream before, and you weren't sure with the guitar and voice, but glad it sounded good.
I'm so glad. Yeah, and I will be. Yeah, totally.
Brent, it's if you like My Bloody Valentine, you'll at least be able to dig some of my music. So that sounds awesome.
Awesome, Brent. Yeah, let us know what you think. Chad, sorry you missed it. Yeah, we're just ending, but we will definitely be back.
Here, we'll play a chord for you, Chad.
Yeah, there you go.
There's a little bit of live music.
There's a little bit of live music for your evening. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. It's always great to see you. I might actually be back on next week because I'm going to be out the week after. So I'll let you guys know on email, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.
Don't forget to sign up for Tessa's Patreon if you haven't already.
Yes, I know some of my patrons are here supporting, but yeah.
I guess not local. This is different. It's like usually you're like, support your local artists, but here it's like, support independent artists globally.
Right. Yes, there you go.
There you go.
And San Francisco.
Yeah.
I know some of you are San Francisco fans, so yes. But yeah, I did just launch this Inner Circle community on Patreon that's really following the creation of the album.
It's going to be really cool.
And I share basically my whole creative process, and you'll hear some of the songs now actually that I'm working on. So if you want to sign up for that, let me actually put a link to the chat in case anyone's interested.
Definitely.
But yeah, I have some amazing folks in there already. And it's been really, really fun because, being part of that community, it's really like you're part of my creative process. So it's not just a platform. It's really this area where I get feedback. And that's so meaningful to me as a creator, because sometimes when you're creating, you just feel like you're putting something out into the void. And unless you have great people to collaborate with, and these early investors that are like giving me this raw feedback on some of my demos, it's like the most valuable thing. So a couple of them are on here now, John and a couple other ones, and I'm just super grateful for everyone's support. Really, really appreciate it. So have a wonderful evening. I'll see you guys either maybe next week or the week after. And I hope you have a wonderful evening. And again, this is Alex Gilman. Shout out to Alex.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. Thanks, Tass.
Thank you.